see, and it's far from black and white. Hello and a warm welcome to episode 11 of Stu's Wrestling Podcast. This week we have none other than Drill on the line. Drill is well known on the northwest of England circuit, and he's also wrestled locally up on the North Wales coast. It was cool to get Drill on. He started up his own company called This Is Wrestling, which is based out of Ormskirk. We talk about how Drill got into wrestling when he was younger, what he did prior to wrestling before doing it, who he likes in the business, who he rates. We talked through a myriad of different topics this week, so it was cool. It was cool to get him on. And once again, I'm just so thankful that people can come on and they're willing to spare time to come on this show. Right, it's a pleasure to have on for episode 11 of Stu's Wrestling Podcast, Northwest and Wales talent, Drill. How's it going, Drill?
I'm alright, dude. How are you?
Not bad, not bad. Now, I want to get into the origins of how you started off in the business, but I might even go further back than that. When did you start watching wrestling?
Probably. You know, it was probably when I first started high school.
Right, okay.
Probably around 11, 12, was it 11, 12, something like that. And I first seen it on Channel 5, WCW.
I do, mate.
So that was the first wrestling I used to see, because when I was younger, I used to live with my parents. We didn't really have a lot of money, you see, so we didn't really have cable or Sky or Virgin, whatever it was called back then.
Yeah.
And then so I used to watch WCW on Channel 5 as it was free. But I found out that one of my neighbours had Sky, so I used to go around them and ask them. I used to give them videotapes. I used to record Friday Night Raw and SmackDown for me, and then give them back the day after. So that's how I used to watch wrestling.
I remember that time fondly, Drill. It was good. It's a good time. Obviously, I think when Channel 5 got hold of it, WCW was starting to peter out, wasn't it? It was going a bit belly up by then, but obviously.
Yeah.
WCW previous to that, was fantastic, like the year before. But I was the same. We didn't have Sky. I had to get tapes and stuff recorded. So I feel I can see what you're saying there. What talents did you like then when you were watching it?
Oh, I used to be really into The Rock and Steve Austin.
Yeah.
Steve Austin, because obviously I really like to swear.
Yeah, you can swear. It's fine.
I try not to.
Yeah.
But, I used to think The Rock was a bit of a dick, if I'm honest with you. And then I used to love Austin because of his attitude and just the storylines he used to have with Vince McMahon and everything. And that's why I was like, I want to be a wrestler. I want to be Steve Austin. Do you know what I mean? So that was the kind of thing that got me excited. Yeah.
I can feel that, man. They were brilliant. I tell you, they'll never be replicated. Them two.
Well, to be honest, I don't really watch wrestling now, so I can't really comment on characters either.
Why don't you?
I do.
Sorry, I know I'm jumping in. Why don't you watch it?
Like we were saying earlier, when we was growing up, we was used to a certain type of wrestling, and now it's either we've got older and we're aware of what goes on, or maybe the storylines are just not as good as anymore. And the wrestling, to be honest, the wrestling is a lot better now than it was back then.
Yeah, I feel you.
The storylines are dreadful, absolutely dreadful, and that's probably what's put me off watching wrestling.
I think like it's promos and stuff which is lacking, isn't it?
Yeah, they're pretty awful as well. Yeah, I agree with you.
So, I'd take your point with the wrestling now. Who in WCW did you like? I'm just going back now because I kind of like came in about something I was going to speak about later. Obviously.
I was really into Goldberg. Don't ask me why. I watch it and I'm like, why do I like Goldberg? But I was like, it's this big guy, looks like Steve Austin. I like this guy, and that was the only reason, because he reminded me of Steve Austin, bald head, big guy.
Yeah.
But I liked Kevin Nash as well and Scott Hall. I was like, these guys are going to win and kick everybody's asses.
Yeah, it was good.
Just two big mean guys, isn't they?
They were very good. Big loss for WWE though at the time. Massive.
Well, that was probably. Well, I didn't really understand it at the time. I came on just not long after that, so I didn't really understand what was going on between them two.
What sort of match types were you into? I do ask this all the time, but I like to. Yeah, your stipulations. What were you into? What matches whet your appetite when you were watching it as a kid?
I used to be into the violent matches.
Right.
So
Okay.
anything where people are getting hit in the head or bleeding and stuff. When I was younger, I used to watch a lot of. I shouldn't have been really watching them, but I used to watch a lot of horror films when I was younger. So it was stuff like along them premises used to get me going. So as long as people were getting beaten up with chairs or thrown off top of cages and stuff like that, I was like, yeah. I used to enjoy matches like that. You know what I mean?
I get you, mate. I get you. Yeah, I remember. I remember the hardcore stuff fondly. Like, you know, it was brilliant. It was very, very good. I don't know about this 24/7 title stuff now that's going on. It's just watered down. Obviously, I know you don't watch it. It's just watered down hardcore wrestling to me.
Well, I do watch the clips that pop up on my Facebook, like, so I have been not keeping an eye on it, but I have been watching the videos of what's his name?
Spud.
What's his name? He's got it there. Spud. Yeah.
Drake Maverick, obviously, but we know him as Spud, don't we?
Yeah. So I have been kind of watching the clips that pop up of him, and to be honest, it's actually more entertaining than what they're actually showing on anything else.
The comedy side, I get you. Yeah, I like the comedy of it. I just think it's like watered down hardcore.
Is there any hardcore wrestling going on in it?
Yeah. I get you.
If not, then it's just the way I see it from my perspective is it's another title to get like the lower card guy some camera time.
Yeah,
it's something different, isn't it?
It is. It is.
The way it seems to me is WWE are giving these guys free rein to do what they want, and it seems to be working. I'm entertained with it, but it still won't bring me back to watch WWE.
What would it take, Drill, to get you back into it?
Better storylines.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah. Straight into the point with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fine.
If they improve storylines and invest and let the guys off the leash on the promos, like they did it a little bit on SmackDown, but this was when I started to not bother tuning in anymore. But they did a little bit when Shane McMahon was in charge of SmackDown, and they was kind of letting him off the cuff a bit, and I was like, was that real? So I started believing that, is this like legit heat, or is it still scripted and all that? So that kind of piqued me interest, but then after a while I was like, oh, it's boring, I can't be bothered with it.
Right, okay.
Plus there's too much wrestling.
Yeah.
I don't have enough hours in my day to watch wrestling, as well as being
I was only...
Oh, sorry.
No, it's me jumping in. I'm sorry. You're my interviewee, like, but just because of what you've said, I was only talking about it in work today. I said there's too many belts. There's too many other promotions. It's ridiculous how many hours a week there is going out now, and that's not just WWE.
Yeah.
It's AEW now. You know.
Yeah, TNA, Ring of Honor.
It's too much.
NGP and New Japan.
Yeah.
You've literally got to waste your whole weekend trying to catch up on wrestling.
And I want to watch, like, you know, like the independents over here, especially like the local shows. But I can't.
Yeah.
I don't have time, mate. But I want to watch the grassroots stuff, the local stuff at this end, because, you know, we've got a lot of good talent coming through. I think, you know, it's so hard. It's so hard to get everything watched.
It is. I 100% agree. Especially when you've got a job. You've got kids, you've got personal stuff you do outside of work as well. And then when you finally settle down in bed, you've got, 1 or 2 hours before you decide to go to sleep. Plus, not just taking it out to wrestling as well, there's other stuff as well on TV, like TV shows you want to watch. So it's like, there's just not enough hours.
You're right, mate.
To fit everything in.
Because I get them asking me about Netflix, you know, all these shows. And the lads, and I'm like, I can't. And they laugh like, I said, by the time I've watched the football and the wrestling, I've got no, there's no time for it. Like, and I like a bit of MMA as well in the mix, you know. It's
even well, there you go. Then and then if you're into boxing as well.
Yeah, I'm into boxing. Yeah,
no chance.
Yeah, it's crazy, mate. It's too many channels. There's too much going on, and yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you about being too much on.
There's just too much information on the internet. Too much streaming on the internet at your fingertips now. That I watch a lot. Well, I don't watch TV. I have to catch up on everything on Netflix.
Yeah.
Other websites I use. So I've got a list literally on my phone of about 140 programs I need to watch. And my mates are at work like, have you seen this? Have you seen it? I'm like, no. I'm just going down the list, catching up. I'm watching stuff that came on TV 2 years ago.
Yeah,
I'm still trying to catch up.
Yeah, I bet, mate. Yeah, absolutely. Right.
So,
I've jumped in again. Carry on. I can cut bits out. It's fine.
No, I was gonna go. So it's just like I said. Something's got to give. So you've got to cut something out altogether. That's all I was gonna say.
Drill. Whereabouts are you from? Just I want obviously the international audience. I want them to know like whereabouts. Where are you from, mate?
I'm from Wigan, which is might be a bit easier to say it this way. So I'm from Wigan, which is about 20 minutes from Manchester.
Yeah.
Or where the Dynamite Kid and the British Bulldog are from as well.
So two of the top names on the old world scene, weren't they, mate?
Well, probably two of the greatest British wrestlers of all time, I reckon.
And obviously Dynamite's nephews now coming through.
Yeah, the Billingtons, yeah.
I've heard lots of good stuff.
They're all young lads. I've met them a few times. I've been on a couple of shows with them as well. Yeah, they've got talent. Just at the moment, they're still figuring how to put things together, but they're getting there. They're wrestling a lot. Like one of them, they're both still very young as well. One of them's 18 and the other's just left school, so got plenty of time yet, them lads.
I obviously like the young lads up here in North Wales who I've interviewed. They're raving about them. You know, in years, obviously, like you're saying, in years to come. You know, they're saying they reckon they're going to make it. Like, but we'll see. Right, Trill. How did you get your start in the industry?
Well, obviously, everyone starts from the bottom. So I've always wanted to do wrestling. But before I did wrestling, I did boxing. But I got bored of doing boxing. So what I did was, I thought I need something else to keep me active. So it was either MMA or wrestling. I thought, did boxing long enough, I don't fancy getting punched in the face again. So I quickly went on Google to search for training schools, and it took me about half an hour to find something. So I ended up finding Grand Pro Wrestling.
Okay.
So I sent Johnny an email asking about joining up or coming down the weekend. He was like, yeah, no problem, come down 1 week, come and have a look, see what you think. If you like it, we can start you the week after. So that's exactly what I did. Johnny spoke to me, asked me a load of questions, and then obviously, he said, hey, what do you think? I said, yeah, it's alright, yeah. He said, do you want to start training next week? I was like, yeah, sure. So, and that's exactly what I did. Just turn up next week, start training, and like anything, I'll give it a couple of months. It's not for me, because I don't like doing something half-assed, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I won't just go there and do a month. I'll do a couple of months, 3 or 4 months, just to get my teeth into something. And a couple of months of training turned into a couple of years, and before I knew it, I was on wrestling shows.
And that seems to be about the time frame. From what I've heard, I've spoke to a couple of people, couple of older ones, veterans, like, and they were saying, one guy in California was turning around saying he didn't get in the ring till 2 years after starting training.
To be honest, it differs for everybody. So obviously, I've known people, like, there's some training schools that train 4 or 5 times a week. So after about 12 to 18 weeks. If you're training 4 or 5 times a week, you're doing about the same much of training as someone who does one session a week for 2 years.
Yeah.
So it all depends on your training level and how.
Right. Okay.
Because it's like it'll take someone longer who trains once a week than someone who trains 4 or 5 times a week. They're going to be on shores quicker because obviously they're learning a lot more and they're doing it more often. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do, mate. Well,
like I said, I've known people do 12 to 18 weeks and they're on shores. And I've known people to train between 1 year to 4 years and then finally getting on shores. So it all depends on how quick somebody picks it up.
Yeah.
In a way.
Who was your first match against?
My first match was actually in a 50-man battle royal.
Right, okay.
It seems to be how a lot of guys start out. When they first have a match, they're always in that. Do you know, just to protect them, so they always do like a rumble or a battle royal, or they're always in like a 6 or 8 man, just to protect them, so it eases them in.
Yeah.
But mine was on GPW's 10th anniversary show, so I made my debut in the past, the present, and the future match, which was about a royal. So obviously they got guys that retired to come back for one night, who were the past. They had the current roster in, and then the future, which was me and 4 other guys. Unfortunately, I didn't win that match. I got thrown out. I think I was the 3rd person to be thrown out of 15.
Where are GPW based, Drill?
In Wigan.
Oh, right, okay.
Monaco Ballroom.
Oh, so it's local as local can be for you then?
Yeah, it's literally, 5-10 minute drive from where I live.
Brilliant. Yeah. Good stuff, man. Where else did you go? Whichever companies did you wrestle for then? Maybe like, in like the early stages of your career?
Oh, yeah. The second place I ended up working was BWP. So I got recommended for a spot at BWP. So there was the first company out of my training school who took the chance on me. Where I ended up joining a faction called, was it about 3 years ago now, isn't it?
Yeah, it was. And when I saw you, it was long. It was longer. It was prior to that. So I can't think what your faction was called.
It's gone. It's gone out my head.
Because the promo, I remember watching the promo videos and that, they were brilliant.
Yeah, well, most of them were like, Danzig was the leader of the group, so
yeah,
he was. It was everything was all his ideas. I'm like, yeah, I'll do it, yeah, whatever. I'll turn up, get a media video, we'll do whatever, go home, everybody's happy. But yeah, when I first started, I was in a faction. I can't remember the bloody name of it now. But yeah, originally it wasn't even trying that faction. It was me, a guy called Mickey Burns, and Danzig.
What happened to Mickey?
I think it was just due to logistics of where we lived, because a lot of the guys who we booked, Steve Saxon who owns BWP, a lot of the guys lived in the northwest area and Runcorn area, but unfortunately Mickey lived in Blackpool, which is the opposite side of where everyone lived. Obviously it costs money to get guys down somewhere else, so it just ended up being a case of logistics.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it was just easier to get Troy McCarthy in, as he was already on the shows, and obviously I picked him up on the way to Wales, so it was just a lot easier.
Yeah, it worked. Who did you enjoy facing in BWP around that time then?
Dylan, because obviously we did a massive story with Dylan, so that was that guy. That was the only really main thing we did, was just beat Dylan up for about 2 years.
Who else?
Dylan's fantastic. I love Dylan. Can't really think of anyone else. Like I said, most of our time spent terrorising Dylan.
Yeah. I've heard a lot of good stuff. I've seen Dylan obviously years back wrestling, like, you know. But yeah, everyone you speak to says how good he is. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's never been approached by WWE NXT. If I'm honest with you.
Why do you think he hasn't?
I don't know. Well, I don't know. Like, he has like cut back on a lot of where he wrestles now. So he only wrestles for a couple of promotions now due to his job.
Yeah.
I was asking him like, if WWE ever came to you, would you accept it? And he's like, it would be nice, but I'll probably turn it down. And I said, why? Because Dylan's, I think he's an ambulance driver.
Yeah.
Or a paramedic. And he loves his job. I was like, oh, I understand that.
Yeah, mate.
So he said to me, he'll probably turn it down and just stay as a paramedic because it's just easier for him. And he loves being a paramedic.
I know you were saying, you know, earlier about like you don't watch it. Do you watch any of NXT UK though, just to keep tabs on the local talent and the talent in the UK?
I watched it when it first started, but then I just again, not got enough time every day to watch wrestling. No, we're not. Like I said, every now and then I'll see video clips pop up and I watch them, but that's about as far as I go watching them.
You're not fussed with it. Do you think they're not doing it right, or?
Like, I have no idea.
No,
I don't watch it, so I couldn't tell you.
Right. Okay. I think obviously Cardiff, they sold Cardiff out the arena, so it's doing well. Yeah. I don't know what it got on Sunday night. It was, they did another show, didn't they, for the taping?
Was it?
Yeah, they did another show the following night for the tapings, but I don't know. I'm sure they still did good numbers, but it was good for Wales. It's good for good exposure for Wales, and especially with it being on the network for the American lot to watch and the world audience.
Yeah, the other thing I know from the NXT Cardiff one is that young grizzled vets lost the tag titles. That's all I know.
I was surprised.
Really?
Even though Flash, Morgan Webster, and obviously Mark Andrews are Welsh and all that, I thought the grizzled young vets would keep the belts. I thought they'd keep the belts on them.
They've had them for over a year now, haven't they?
No. It was what show was it now? Start of the year. It was Blackpool, wasn't it? When they went back to Blackpool, was it January, February time?
I don't know. It's had them that long.
I know.
Seems like they've had them ages.
Yeah, you'd think so, wouldn't you? Yeah, but it's. Yeah. I was surprised, but hey, Mark Andrews and Flash, good on him being Welsh. Like, it was made that they weren't, but I just wasn't expecting it. But.
No. Well, see, that's the problem with some wrestling fans. They think they know everything. You know what I mean? They think they're clever and go, I am and all this. That annoys me as well. Yeah, we know everything we need, and then something out the blue happens. Well, this ain't in the script.
Yeah. Have I annoyed you then saying that?
No.
All right, okay.
Example.
I was like shit.
As an example.
I was like shit. I've pissed Drill off. Brilliant.
No.
So right, I'm going to go on to your promotion because you are a promoter, aren't you?
I try to be.
What do you mean you try to be?
I'm trying to do my best at running a show. It's doing all right. You know what I mean?
Whereabouts are you up in Wigan with it, or have you had to go a bit further?
We're a bit further out, so we are at the moment in Ormskirk, which is about 15 minutes from Southport.
Yeah.
Or about probably 25 minutes from Liverpool. So we're like in the middle of Wigan and Liverpool, if you get what I mean. We're like 20 minutes from Wigan, but like 25 minutes from Liverpool. So we're in a good area because there's loads of there's not loads. There's a train station here and a bus route, so it's a pretty good area to be in. Plus there is a university just down the road, which is Zangwills, so it's not too bad.
You got a good target audience up there, like.
Yeah. Like before we went to Ormskirk, we used to be in Scammerdale, which is probably about 15 minutes from where we are now.
Yeah.
But it was a bit of a awful area to be in because there was no train station nearby, and it was hard to get there. You could only get there if you really drive, and it was in the middle of nowhere. But we kind of got kicked out of our venue for that, so like we was planning on running an arms kick anyway, so we was going to try it once. But after being kicked out of our original venue, it kind of forced our hands. We went, fuck it, we'll just run here and see what happens. And it's been alright. So we've got one more show left this year, and we've been doing alright. So I can't complain.
Good on you for giving it a go as well. You know what I mean? That's the hardest bit, isn't it? I'm sure.
Well, yeah, that's it. It's like I said, we was in Skem. We started building an audience up, and then we got a bit of a kick in the bollocks, told to move, and then we're kind of back to square one where we're trying to build our audience up again. But I like to think we've been pretty consistent at the moment, but we can always do with a few more. I'm not in it to make money at the end of the day, so I enjoy doing it. Once the fun's gone out of it, I don't know what will happen, but I'll stick with it for now. I've got long-term plans, so I don't see myself stopping promoting anytime soon.
How many people are involved in it with you?
Running the promotion altogether.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, if you answered that, yeah, that's brilliant.
There's 3 of us who do it.
Right, okay.
So I'm the face of the promotion, so like everyone knows I'm the promoter. And then there's a guy who doesn't want to be in the limelight, so he just stays in the background. And then there's another guy called Christian Bennett, who people know as well else for me, to run the promotion as well.
Is your talent coming from that end, or are you going further afield for your talent for the shows?
Well, to be honest, like it's a mix between guys from Manchester and guys from Preston, with a little sprinkle of guys from Liverpool. So we do try to bring like 1 or 2 people in from further afield just to try and mix it up. So we've had a couple of guys from Midlands. A couple of guys from Midlands. We've had a couple of guys from down south. That's about it, really. We've got our core roster. We try to bring, like I said, 1 or 2 guys in from outside just to bring some new faces in. So people are, I want to see this guy, but I didn't want to travel this far. So, and we try to get people on that have never or either hardly ever performed up here. So it's like, they're coming to my promotion. It's like, I might not get to see him again, I best go watch him. So that's another thing I'm trying to do at This Is Wrestling. It's just trying to make us a little bit more unique.
What's the date of the next show, Drill? Because you're obviously saying you've got a show coming up.
Yeah, it's the 13th of October, which is a Sunday.
Right, okay.
Our shows tend to, they do start at 3 p.m, but we open our doors about 20 past 2, 25 past 2, which we let the VIPs in, so they get like priority seating, so they get sit at the front and wherever they want, and we let the general ticket guys in, and then they just pick wherever they want to sit.
How long do the shows run for?
Usually about 2 hours, so they start at 3 and finish roughly by 5 o'clock.
Yeah. Cool, man. Cool. I'll obviously plug the show on my page for you.
Yeah.
So yeah. I have seen bits and bobs. To be fair, I knew, Yeah. I knew you were promoting. From I'd obviously just seen from other people's Facebooks and that. So yeah, and it's good. No, fair play to you for doing it.
Yeah, well, the aim for doing it was, I was like, when I'm on wrestling shows, I'm looking at guys and I'm going, why is this guy not getting a push? Why is that guy always getting a push? Do you know what I mean? It was kind of annoying me, like, it was like, this guy deserves to be pushed and he's still being put down here. So it was like kind of winding me up, so I thought, the point of This Is Wrestling is to give the mid and lower card guys an opportunity to be
Yeah.
card guys, and then bring talent in who are more experienced than them to try and push them and see what they can do. And that was the whole objective of what was trying to do at This Is Wrestling. And I think we've been pretty successful because at the moment, have you heard of Sandy Beach?
The name rings a bell, you know.
Well, Sandy Beach is we're champion at this moment in time.
Yeah.
Usually everywhere else, Sandy Beach is usually used as a mid-car guy, but we've pushed him, and he's the top guy, as well as that. Philip Michaels, JJ Webb, Jacob North is now starting to move up the ranks at This Is Wrestling. So yeah, that's just a few names I think off the top of it. So yeah, so that's our aim, and then we bring top guys in, and then give them instead of obviously you've got your Joey Hayes, your Dylan Roberts, your Tyson T-Bones, your Ligueros, who on every show are always the main event. It's like, why not do it differently? Let someone else be the main event, and hopefully what we do, they'll see our highlight packages or the free matches we put on, and they'll go, well, actually, this guy can actually go. We can use this guy as the main event, and hopefully it helps them with their career as well. So it's not me being it's me being selfless and giving other guys an opportunity to show what they can do. But there's plenty of talent out there that deserve an opportunity, and that's all we're trying to do at the end of the day, is give them guys who are literally bubbling to just show what they can do. And we can't be successful at doing that as when people come and watch us and they leave comments on our walls and stuff saying, yeah, you can tell that these guys are going to be the future. Because you could go to about 6 different promotions around the Northwest, or the Midlands or wherever, and it's the same guys all the time, you know, at the top of the card.
Yeah.
So why not be a little bit different? And like I said, give an opportunity to the mid to lower card guys, put them on top, because that's the only way you're going to get better at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's good. It's a cool concept. I like the fact that you're doing that. Good, you know, it's good. Obviously, it's good booking from yourself. So yeah, what's your audience? Is it a lot of kids, or do you get families? Do you get older ones in?
From what I've noticed, we tend to do get families, older people in. I say older people are in our age bracket, so like
yeah.
And then you'll have like the mum and dad's bringing the kids. We don't have a lot of kids that come, if I'm honest with you. But it's not something we're purposely doing. It just seems to be how it just ends up being. Like when we was in Skem, it was a lot of kids.
Yeah.
So we had a massive noise, but in Ormskirk it seems to be more young adults to older adults, with some people deciding to bring the kids. But like I said, it's just grinding away, keep going, and hopefully they tell their friends who tell their friends, and eventually we'll get the numbers up. But it's just grinding out at the moment. I'm not complaining, but you know, you could like every promoter says, you can never have enough.
How long's it taking you for like booking the shows? What's your time frame on that for your matches and stuff?
What do you mean?
Like, you know, when you're putting the show together, how long's it taking you? Like months, weeks?
What, to put the card together?
Yeah, putting your card together, yeah.
No. So we've started booking that. So this is a good example. So we started booking next year already.
Right. Okay. Cool.
We've had a booking meeting. The booking meeting was about 3 to 4 hours long, and we only got 3 shows booked. So literally, say 4 hours to do 3 shows.
Just making sure it's all right, like.
Well, no. What how I tend to do it is we'll book the matches, and then we'll ask if the guys are available, and then literally about 2-3 weeks before the show, we're like, right, we'll sort the match order out and then put the times on. So it's literally like now we just get the guys booked, do the matches who we want in the matches, and then like 2-3 weeks before we'll go out. This guy's got this much. This guy's got this much. This is where this match is going to go, and this is where this match is going to go. So we tend to just do the times a couple of weeks before the shows, which me personally I find it easy doing it that way.
Cool, man. Cool. It's good to get an insight into it. Obviously, you know, I'm just a fan at the end of the day, so it's cool to get the, you know, bit of the inner workings of how you structure it and how you put it all together, man. You know, it's always I've always been fascinated by it. You know, how it works. So yeah, it's cool. Thank you for going into it a little bit. You know.
Yeah, no problem. Like I said, that's just the way I do things. Other promoters probably do it differently. I know some promoters just bring show to show.
Yeah.
So they'll do the show and then go, right, are you available for this? Are you available for this? Are you available for this? They'll be like, yep. They goes, right, I'll have the match guide done in a couple of weeks. Like me, I like to make sure I'm a bit of a control freak, so I like to make sure months and months in advance that I know who's going to be on the show, when I need them, and this, that, or whatever. So, like I said, I've already booked 3 of my shows well in advance, practically nearly a year before my next show.
Yeah.
So I know where I am. And then if there's any nasty surprises, like talent pulling out or whatever, sometimes it's a pain in the ass. I've had talent pull out 24 hours before a show, and I'm like, you motherfucker. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like right, we need a backup contingency plan.
Yeah.
Like, this guy pulls out, we can maybe do this guy. Like I said, everyone's different, but that's just the way I do it at this moment in time. It'll probably change in another year or two, and I'll probably do it another way. But at this moment in time, because there's a lot of shows in the Northwest, everyone's competing for wrestlers, so we're trying to get them before someone else gets them.
Cool, man. Cool. Drill, just to go back to like when you were watching it as a kid, what was your what were your favourite matches of all time? Just to close the interview.
Well, there's only really one match that sticks out in my head, and that's the Rock Austin match of WrestleMania. I think it was 18. Was it 18?
They did 15 was first, then they did 17, and then they had the closing one at 19, didn't they? When The Rock was hitting Hollywood, like they closed it, didn't they? 15.
It must have been 7. It must have been WrestleMania 17.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
That's the one where they did the My Way package.
Yeah, Limp Bizkit on the... yeah, it was, mate. Yeah, 2001.
Yeah, the greatest ever package ever made. And even to this day, I still talk about it with my friend Dan Evans every time we're at wrestling shows.
It does the rounds on Facebook, that package.
It does?
Yeah.
I've never seen a video package better than that.
It's cool, man. It's cool. It was good answer. Good answer. It was a good time back then, and hell of a stadium that was. The Astrodome.
It was that. I think that was the first ever. That WrestleMania 17. I think that was the first ever pay-per-view I ever saw.
Oh right, okay, cool. Good stuff. Right, Trill. Thank you ever so much for coming on. If you just want to plug the show again, just while we close out.
Sure, well, the promotion's called This Is Wrestling. Just follow us on Facebook at This Is Wrestling. We're also on Twitter, which is This Is Wrestling 1. Our last show this year is called End of the Line, which is on 13th of October. The ticket for information is all on that page, same as the Twitter account. So yeah, give us a follow, give us a like, share the event, and great stuff.
Nice one, mate. Thank you ever so much for coming on. Pleasure.
No problem, thanks for having me.
Nice one. Special thank you to the Zangwills once again for the show intro. This week's track is Patio Paradise. It will be the track probably for the next 10 episodes. The lads have just played Manchester, Deaf Institute. They had a sellout gig there. So hopefully I can get them to come up to Chester, a little bit closer to me, and then I can go and see them live finally. I do tell you Ed all the time, don't I? I'll be there for this, that and the other. But yeah, if you can get a Chester gig, hopefully, mate, I can get to it. But props to the lads. They're working really hard, so brilliant. and it's far from black and white.